A few years back, on the day that the Supreme Court announced that it was going to take up the New York Rifle and Pistol Club versus Bruen case, I was in New York City at the time, and I went down to the streets of New York City and I filmed a video where I said this is going to open up constitutional carry from coast to coast, but we might be waiting a while. Now, what we've seen is anti-Second Amendment efforts have doubled down. Like, I feel like I have less Second Amendment rights now than I did when they announced that we had more rights with a 6-3 decision in the Supreme Court. But what we have seen, and this is the moment that I was talking about a few years ago, is what we have seen is now district courts are beginning to tell states that they cannot restrict out-of-state citizens from carrying in their state. And what we saw was a man from New Hampshire with a New Hampshire concealed carry permit, traveled into Massachusetts, got pulled over, got arrested for a few things, but one of them was illegal firearm. Now, there's a few problems with this case, and luckily a district court saw it so. A federal district court of Massachusetts saw when he went and said, this violates my Second Amendment rights. According to the New York Rifle and Pistol Club versus Bruen case, the Massachusetts district judge said, yes, it does violate your Second Amendment rights according to the New York Rifle and Pistol Club versus Bruen case. This is fantastic news because ultimately what it says is that anybody can travel into Massachusetts and have a gun, and that's okay. Now, this is obviously going to have to start applying to other districts, but I don't think it's going to take long. I believe this case was the door that opens up to constitutional carry from coast to coast. Again, we may be waiting a while, and I'm sure, again, everybody that's anti-Second Amendment is just going to double down, and they're going to hit it even harder. So, we've seen how the game plays. Supreme Court says, no, you're in violation of their Second Amendment rights. They have the right to bear arms. And anti-Second Amendment people say, well, then here, let's pass a bunch of other laws preventing you from bearing arms. But this case is a great one because it opens up your ability to travel across state lines with a firearm. And if anybody tells you you can't, it's in violation of the Supreme Court decision, New York Rifle Club versus Bruen. It's great news. But again, we'll see how the next year plays out. But I believe this opens up a door, unlike any door we've seen in our lifetime when it comes to firearms. Any thoughts or insight, definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, and never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.